Good morning, it's Cail. I'm doing another WIP and chill with Cail. Today I'm doing some diamond painting. I'm working on Seraphina. The dogs are sleeping, but I might have to wake them up in a little bit, or they may wake up to want to go outside to the bathroom. Got some Spotify playing there in the background. And hubby did put water in the fish tank. He's so sweet for doing that. Hopefully all the audio things are fine. And if you haven't been here before, welcome to my channel. This is Celestial Realms, where I do three main crafting types. I do diamond painting, cross stitch, and coloring. And like some doodle art here and there. And if you've got something that you're working on, go ahead and pull it out. You can sit and chit chat for a while. Today it's kind of cloudy, and I don't think it's going to rain. It's going to get warm, maybe like 77. We're going to have a very warm weekend for spring. I think it's going to get up to like 81 or something, 82. So that'll be nice. Maybe I can buy some flowers and start doing my spring planting out in my backyard, and a little bit in the front. The front is mostly desert because we took all the grass out and made it like a desert landscape. Much easier to take care of. But the back is still a couple of small areas of grass. We put a sidewalk around the pond. My husband has a pond back out there with some koi. Big fat koi, by the way. God, those things are big. There's about maybe seven koi. One of them's like a foot long. That was huge. They're real pretty. So I worked on this a little bit yesterday. I finished this section up here and got started down here. I did a little bit of cross stitch earlier. We woke up at about 4. What time is it now? 8:40. Okay, that was the AB's number 1. So I'm still recording out here in my kitchen. It probably sounds funny, the audio. I don't have like a closed door. It's just an big open space into the living room. They're sticking to me. No. And sometimes they go flying everywhere. I probably have like, 50 drills sitting in my carpet in my office. Okay, let's do that one there. That is like a little triangle, but I have to make sure I pick the right one because there's two different ones. Here, it's red. It's 38, 37. I don't think there's that many of them in this section. So I'm working on the lower left-hand corner. You can see down here. I was trying to use some of this putty, but I don't know. I like it, but I don't like it, if that makes any sense. I did lose one here. Stick it over there on the side and put it back in a second. Sometimes the putty can be a little finicky depending on the temperature that's in your workspace, wherever you're diamond painting. Sometimes it's like super soft and it gets kind of stringy. And sometimes if it, that's I guess if it's warmer, and then if it's colder in your workspace, in your room, it can be a little, just like, I don't know, maybe a little bit better. But when it's warmer, it's just like a mess. So, alright, I think that's, yeah, there weren't many of those. So hopefully everybody's doing well. I'm doing well. For the most part. I mean, oh my gosh, go flying around. Where'd you go? Oh, wait. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera. Oh, I'm doing real good here. Let me see if I can find the other one. Or maybe that was the one. I don't see it, but maybe I'll find it in a minute. Just something you get used to when you're diamond painting. Oh gosh. Okay. So now we've got the 3 dots, which is 327. So I still haven't figured out, now that I'm recording and whatnot out here in the kitchen until little puppy is potty trained completely, I have to figure out how I can do the cross stitch work out here and record it or do a live stream or whatever. Now I did go check my Amazon orders. The Ethernet cables that I purchased before were 50 footers. So hubby said he'd help me measure this weekend and see if one of those will make it over here to the island. And then I can do the live streaming. I probably could live stream wireless, but I'm not sure like what the quality would be. I don't know all my specs for our Frontier internet. You know, the upload and download speeds and all that kind of stuff. I think I looked it up once when I was first starting, but you know, that's not really like my forte technically with computers. Let me see if I can do this little multi-placing. Just a bit. That worked. See how that looks. Just kind of scanning down in this section. It's a pretty big section. It's as big as one of these release sheets, so you know, almost 7 inches maybe by 5. It's a pretty big section. This thing's crooked. Okay, so all up in here. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm gonna try not to hit the freaking camera, which is to my left. All these different setups that I've had to do since I started my channel. This is like, okay. At least I can wing it, right? So you have to be flexible and adaptable when you're doing these things. Now, if I had somebody who was technically competent in video recording and audio and all that kind of stuff, it would make my life a lot easier. But my husband despises computers. I mean, I can barely get him to, attach something to an email. He's gotten better, but it's still a struggle. So basically, I'm on my own. I mean, at least I know about computers, the basics, maybe a little bit more than the basics. And the internet, I've been on the internet for a long time. I just had never really done anything with video. I was more of a graphics person. The old days when GeoCities was around. I liked GeoCities. That was fun. I had a bunch of different properties. And then, so I was always making graphics for my properties. And then Cybertown, that was the 3D online community. That was loads of fun. I was a, what do they call them? Neighborhood leader? I don't remember. But something. I was pretty heavily involved. Then there was a lot of drama, and I just got out of it. Lots of drama. As to be expected in any big online community. I mean, look at Twitter, X, whatever, which is a big online community. People may not think about it as a community, but it really is. And then, once I left Cybertown, I think Ancient Worlds used to be on Vines. Vines, maybe? And I, let me put this one away. So I signed up there, and in the early days, it was Ancient Sites, I believe. And I started off in Terra, which is like the Celtic stuff. Pretty cool. F. Where's F? There we go. It's 9:17. I don't know if I like this music, this one song. Oh my gosh, last night I went down, I like to, let's go to the next song. Next. When I kind of, not bored, but there's not really anything like to listen to or watch on YouTube, I'll go and I'll find people doing reactions to old songs from my teenage years, my early 20s. It's hilarious. People who have not really like familiar with those days of music, which were really, really good. So like last night I was watching people react to like Metallica and Blue Oyster Cult. And they're like, Dire Straits. There's a really good Dire Straits live video out there. And that guy on the guitar is awesome. So just listening to people react and freak out, like, wow. It's nice to see people enjoying different types of music. I swear if YouTube didn't have this copyright thing, I would play the music that I like, but that's not how it works. That's okay. So my husband saw this picture of a garden with a bunch of flowers all blooming. I could only dream of that, right? And he's like, let's do that, because we have one open side along a fence that's got a flower bed there, but there's nothing in it. Because it's kind of where the tree roots used to go under there, and we tried a couple of things growing there, but it didn't work very well. So the roots must, I don't know, still be interfering. I don't know. So I was going to put some grasses there, just, you know, desert full sun grasses. They get big, you know, 3-4 feet. Fill up the space. He's like, why don't we put flowers there? Just a bunch of flowers. I'm like, okay. Like, what do you mean by that? Do you mean annuals? Do you mean perennials? They have to be full sun. They have to be drought tolerant, heat tolerant. I mean, you can't put like azalea bushes, which I would love. Can't put those there. So I'll have to look, and I did, and I told him, it's like, you can, you know, plant a bunch of bulbs, and then you can have them like bloom in like early spring, mid-spring, the end of spring, early summer, midsummer, you know, all the way down through till, like, you know, when it gets too cold in the winter for anything to, you know, do anything other than croak over and die or go to sleep. So I told him, it's like, but, you know, bulbs, they're expensive. So I went online to take a look-see, because it's been a while since I looked at bulbs. Holy crap, those things, you can buy like one bulb for like 30 bucks. That's like one plant. And so I told him some of the prices, and he just raised his eyebrows. It's like, shit. Pardon my French. So I don't know, you know, what another alternative is. I can do some flowers, like maybe rose bushes, maybe knockout roses. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out, but I would like to put something there. It'll be right next to where I'm going to be putting a hammock out there. It's the last thing I do. So back in that corner, it's not landscape really, other than the flower bed there. So I want to put the base of our big umbrella out there, and then kind of like diagonal from the corner, put the hammock with the umbrella over it, and then you can just be in the shade and just sit and chill on the hammock. So I'll have to look and see like what I can do as far as decorating the area. So I'll put some like little paving stones, I'll make a little walkway, and probably get some pea gravel and put it underneath the hammock. Where was I? Over here. You know, just make it look nice and make it look inviting and comfortable. Just another place where you can chill out in the yard. And then we discussed the back patio, which is, oh, the trash truck is picking up trash. I hope the dog doesn't bark. Oh God, thank God she didn't bark. We talked about how we can hang out back there by the pond in our backyard in the summer. And don't forget, I'm in Texas, so it gets like super hot. And the backyard in late afternoon can just be torture because the sun, it faces the west. So the sun is just like beaming down there and just kill you, just burn you to a crisp. And so we need shade. So I ordered some curtains, and we're going to get the steel rod. And I bought 3 of them so I can section them off, you know, more this direction, more that direction, or just all 3 all the way across. And then that way it'll shade that seating area that I have back there, and that'll be nice. And then we looked at little swamp cooler outdoor, it's not an AC, but you know, something to cool you off. And they're about anywhere from $150 to $300 from Amazon. I would check also probably at Home Depot. I don't know. And get that out there. And then he even said he would install a ceiling fan like up above the seating area. I was like, oh, Okay. Because out there, you need all the help you can get to stay cool in the summer. But it's so nice to hang out there. Everything's green, everything's blooming. You know, the pond and the little fountains are gurgling. It's just really pleasant. And, you know, that way you don't get cooped up in the house. And I'm cooped up in the house all the time. So I don't go out very often. I'm like a hermit in my old age. Early old age. Okay, let's do this down arrow. What is that? That is 600. So I actually have the diamond painting like in the right direction. Like now I'm not looking at the symbol sideways or upside down. It's just sometimes you have to do that depending on how big the canvas is and how much space you have to work on. So you can get crazy. Okay, so let me see. I can do this. These are a little fiddly as far as getting them to line up in the tray. I don't know why. It's really irritating. And they feel like, this isn't going to make any sense, but they feel like super lightweight compared to the square drills. They seem to just fly around. Maybe because they're round. I don't know. So anyway, so hopefully we can hang out in our backyard this summer for a change and be relatively comfortable. I mean, it doesn't have to be, you know, ice cold. There's just no way that's going to happen. The only way that would happen is if we enclose the whole back patio. Like screened it in or whatever. With windows and so on and so forth. And that's probably pretty pricey. So we'll have to settle for an alternative. Told my husband, I said, aren't you lucky that I'm not like super picky? I don't need like massively expensive stuff to make me happy. We still have high pollen. You can probably tell from my voice. Now it's the trees that are really like breaking out into their little spring stuff. I think our front tree already finished blooming. Made a mess all over my car, all over the driveway. Ugh. And then we did have the guy come and cut down the tree in the back because it was just dropping stuff everywhere, and every year we're just sick of putting up with it. I mean, I like the tree, but I was like, sorry, you have to go. All the leaves were getting in the pond, and it was just making it hard to keep the pond clean. So I'll have to find a replacement that's not like growing like, you know, a forest, you know, like a 50-foot tree or whatever. Just something maybe like a 20-footer, just for some shade. But of course, it's Texas, so it has to be drought tolerant, heat tolerant, la la la. So again, that's another thing to research. And then I talked to my older brother about that because he does a lot of landscaping in his yard. Don't fall off, little drill. Stay on there. So I'm gonna finish this color here. It's my phone. So there's a game called The Companion on the Switch. It was on sale for like $2, so I bought it. So I've been trying that out. It's not too bad. I'm on like the second part of the prologue, and it's dark, kind of hard to see. So I don't know if I can like make it through that, because I'm like, I can't see what I'm doing. I mean, there's rocks, and you can like fall off the side of the mountain or whatever. I think that's it on that color. Look, there's an up arrow. This is the down arrow. Why did they do that? There's so many different symbols. They could make it like something totally different that's not another arrow. There aren't that many colors. There's 49 colors on this particular kit. Those are up arrows. Okay, I think that's that on there. Maybe this weekend. Trying to figure out like when I can do a live stream. Well, once I get the cable, and then, but the hard part is when it's the weekend. Hubby's going in and out, and it prevents the pups from like actually like sleeping for any length of time, because they hear him open the door. This is 995. They hear him open the door, and they, you know, pop their little heads up. Oh, what's Daddy doing? You know, and then they want to follow him, especially like the baby. And I'm like, you know, you're disturbing their sleep. That happened yesterday. He took the day off, and it was just like, you just stay outside. Don't come in. Don't come in the house. Let them take a nap. He did finally come in and sit down, and they all went to sleep. It's amazing. So maybe I can do it in the office and not out here, and he can just watch the dogs. That might work. Where did I see you? Here. So yesterday, life is so bizarre. You have to take it with a grain of salt, and you have to laugh, and you have to laugh at yourself. So I noticed recently that my memory is just awful. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Am I getting Alzheimer's? Like, what is going on? So I look down at my hand. I'm putting lotion on my hand before I go to sleep. And I'm like, so I look over here and I'm like, where the hell is my wedding ring? Which was not on my finger. I'm like, oh my God, what happened to it? And then I remembered that I had taken it off because it was like tight one day. So it was, you know, I mean, it's all bent and everything. And I had taken it off. It was, you know, bugging me that day. So sometimes like your hands, like when you get older and you're like arthritic or whatever, your hands kind of like swell up. And so it was bugging me. So I took it off. Okay, well, I forgot that I didn't put it back on. That was number one. Okay, so I think I just put it on my bedside table. But then I didn't remember that I put it there. And I didn't remember that it wasn't even on my finger. Like, it just went like clear out of my mind. Like it didn't even exist. Never, and I've looked at my hands, you know, brushing my teeth, lotion, whatever. I've looked at my hands since then. And I think it's been like maybe like a week or two. Somewhere in there. And I mean, my husband didn't notice. He never noticed. He doesn't even notice when I do my nails. And so it's been a bit, and I never even noticed it wasn't on my hand. That's so bad. That's so bad. So I was like, oh my God, where is it? And then it was like, then I remembered, oh yeah, I took it off that one night because it was bugging me. Where did I put it? And so I have like a couple of little areas where I put like little things, you know, that I'm not using or I'm going to use later or whatever, right? So I check the usual spots. No luck. I'm like, what? Oh my God, where is my wedding ring? Freaking out, and thinking furiously, what did I do with it? What did I do with it? What did I do with it? Yeah, I missed one of these up here. And I was like literally just freaking out. I was like, what did I do with it? That's so bad. And then while I'm having that little freak out moment, right? I'm starting to like, what's the word? Like get on my own case. Like, you know, that's really stupid. How could you lose your ring? Why didn't you put it in a place where you would more easily remember where you put it? Blah, blah, blah. There's one fell off. It just, oh my gosh. So then I checked the usual spots, couldn't find it. And I was like, just thinking. What the hell? What did I do with it? And I was like, I was in bed, I was putting lotion on, and I must have put it on the bedside table. So I'm looking on the bedside table, which is small, like nothing. Then I'm like, maybe it fell. Maybe it fell on the floor. So I leaned over and I looked behind the table, and there it was on the carpet behind the bedside table. Like, oh my God, I found it! Yay! It's pathetic. That's not the first thing that I've forgotten about in the last couple months, and it's been happening over the past couple months. And it happens really quick. So I have a purple controller that I play my games on my computer, on my laptop, on my computer. And it's I think it's an Xbox controller. I use it like for my Steam games or whatever. And so I had it, I think out here where I'm streaming, where I'm recording, whatever. And I put it away because I didn't want it cluttering my workspace here. So I've been thinking about playing a game called Enshrouded, considering it. And I was like, well, I can probably just, do it on my computer. And then I went and I checked on Steam and it uses the controller. I'm like, cool, because I don't like playing with keyboard because I suck. I suck at it. So I was like, okay, cool. And then, so I was like, where's, let me get the controller and, maybe like get everything ready. So then I couldn't remember where the hell's the controller. Where did I put it? So I was thinking about it. I have no idea what I did with it. It's so dumb. It's like, why do I keep doing that? It's really, really irritating. It's seriously frustrating when your mind stops working. Please, can you please work? Can you please work for, like another 20 years? and work reasonably well. You know, I can go another 20 years. My body holds up. So this morning, when I was setting up to do this recording on the diamond painting, I was like, okay, I need to get my cord for the light box, the light pad down here. And I was like, okay, I got that. And I plugged it into the, I guess it's like surge protector outlet strip or whatever. And I opened the drawer to get the little thing that you plug the USB part into, whatever. And there's the controller in the drawer. I'm like, oh my God, I never would have remembered that that's where I put it. It's in the drawer of the island that I'm literally, I don't think that's the right one. I'm putting this in the wrong place. See what happens when you start talking and you don't pay attention to what you're doing. I'm putting these in the wrong spot. And I don't have my tweezers out here. I'll just pick them up like this. Nice, like stick to me. So yeah, it's so much fun getting old. Why did I put that there? It's not that simple. Not paying attention. It's this one here. There. But not these right here. So yeah, so here's another example. They're hilarious. Okay, so I ordered these little foam pad stamp things for doing the backgrounds on my coloring. And it came with two. I think it came with two in the pack, and I ordered it from Amazon. And I even went and checked, like, did they deliver it? And it says delivered. And I remember having them in my hands. I cannot find them for the life of me. Like, I literally don't know where they are. Shift position here. Okay, now let's go back to the correct symbol. So I just ordered another pack of two. Like, oh gosh. I don't know where they are. I mean, did I throw them away by accident with the package? I thought I put them away. I even looked like where I would keep like all my stamping stuff and all my art stuff, and they are not there. Like, they just literally disappeared. I have no idea where they are. So I had to buy, you know, another set. Oh my gosh. I did order the set of Wahoo pastel alcohol markers. So that'd be cool. Let me put this dumb color away. That's the wrong one. And let me get the right symbol. So that's 3012. There aren't that many of them. So yeah, so just lots of instances of that. My leg's falling asleep on this chair. Probably have to get a better cushion if I'm going to sit out here and record. See what this puppy's done to my life. It's like having a toddler. My husband was off yesterday, and I wasn't nagging at him, but I was trying to explain to him about their sleep schedule, because when he goes to work in the morning, they go back to sleep. That's why they're asleep right now. And you know, they have like a set schedule that's, you know, Monday through Friday. And when he's here during the week, he wrecks that schedule, not intentionally. So he's like, I should just stay at work. I should not take a day off. I was like, nah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you have to understand that you know, when you're here, you have to keep an eye on the puppy because she's not potty trained, you know. And so he's like, okay, yeah, I'll work on her. Like, good. I need all the help I can get training this puppy. Sometimes she just misses the pad. I think maybe another month. Maybe another month and she'll be good enough to go. Maybe a month and a half, I don't know. Then I can go back to recording in my office, which I miss my office. What is this, number 9? They don't have the number 9 in the number 9 like spot on the list. Why, I don't know. I think this kit in particular, what is the 9? There it is. This kit in particular is one where whoever did the symbols, I don't know what was wrong with them. Because they're total, and none of it doesn't make any sense at all. I think there was only one. I did the other ones. Yeah, I was just kind of a piss poor job on the symbols. I've got N. So the N on here looks kind of like reddish, but on here it looks purplish. Go figure. So I'm going to look up another thing to research online. How to improve your memory when you get old. How not to lose your memory. But I got to take supplements. I mean, I already take a multivitamin, a very good multivitamin. I take flaxseed oil, turmeric, glucosamine chondroitin, ashwagandha, probiotic, prebiotic combo, collagen, CoQ10, and what's that? Queer, something with a Q, like once a week. I mean, you know, I'm trying. Trying. Hopefully it's just kind of like your typical, you know, older person memory issue, not something major. I mean, I don't know what my spouse would do. So I don't want anything bad to happen to me. So that he doesn't have to, you know, go through anything difficult. I missed a 4 over on the edge here. And then lost one there. I've got K. So there's a bunch of buzz about the eclipse. Hubby's like, you want to get glasses for it? I'm like, It's supposed to be cloudy that day. Figures. I saw K. K is 210. So it's supposed to be like, I think the day before, like 30% chance of rain, and that day 20% chance of rain. I don't know if it's cloudy. You're not going to notice anything. It's just going to be whatever. I mean, yeah, I'd love to watch it. That would be awesome. This is 779. The T. I'll go a little bit longer. They're still asleep. It's a miracle. Probably because we woke up so early. Every day. So if the weather forecast improves and we don't have, oh Lord, that possibility of rain, I might probably, I wouldn't have time to get like a set of glasses or whatever to watch it. I remember one when I was a child. It was in the middle of the day in the afternoon. We were playing outside, and it just got like almost pitch black outside. It was really, really cool. That's when I lived back in Maryland. It was a long time ago. In the 60s. I must have been 3rd or 4th grade, maybe. Somewhere in there. I was young. I did used to be young at one point. I still don't feel like old per se, but I can tell that my body is like aging, like I can feel it. Just various aches and pains, that forgetfulness BS. It's just total BS. Not these here. But it kind of like in my mind's eye, I still see myself, or I still, how do I explain it? Like I still feel like young. Like I don't feel like in my persona, in my soul, in my character, in like my personhood, I don't feel old. I have like almost like a timeless, ageless perception of myself. Only when I like bring, come down from that, go into like body sensations, do I be like, oh man, my hips hurt, my knee, my hands, the weather's damp, my hands hurt, that sort of thing. Or I see like my white hairs coming out. I'm like, yeah, I feel old. That's when I feel old. It's when I go like in like body level. Other than that, my mind doesn't feel old. I missed a 9 there. I mean, I feel a little tired, maybe, like, my mind feels a little tired. Maybe, what's the word, that term they used to use, world weary. I guess, like, that's why people get grumpy when they get old. They're just tired. They're just, like, world weary. I was tired of, like, dishes and cleaning, paying bills and insurance and the same, routines, vacuuming and blah, blah, blah. Just like, just tired of drama, people being mean and just people just bugging other people. It's like, can you leave those people alone? I wonder if this is this one here. Let me see. No, I think that's purple. Maybe it's this one. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's like just a sense of world weariness. And especially with the way the world is today, it's just cray. Nothing like when we were kids. And it's just exhausting. I was like, can't people just get along? You know, can't people not be corrupt or ultra opinionated all the time? I mean, I can understand having opinions, but do you have to have a rigid opinion about everything? Maybe just like don't care about it so much. Like, there are a lot of things that I just really don't care about. So I say, like, I saw somebody was destroying a piece of art for some protest thing or whatever, right? Now that I care about because that's art, right? And somebody put a lot of time and effort and creativity and love and whatever into that piece of art. And you don't have the right to go and destroy it. Or at least you shouldn't destroy it. That I care about. But something like, you know, a baseball game or even really a football game, even though I love football, but I just don't care about it to that extent. Like, I just don't care about a lot of things anymore. And I don't mean like I don't care about them. I just don't care. Like, what's happening with that, with Hollywood. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about those people. I don't care about, you know, like, I probably care less about things than I ever have in my whole life. And it sounds like really super cynical and bitter and stuff, but it's not. I just don't care anymore. Like having a big family Thanksgiving meal. I just don't care about it anymore. I don't need to do it. Having a big Christmas with lots of presents. I don't really care. I like the decorating. I like the lights and all that, but I don't really like care about it where I would like die if I don't do it. You know, it's just a weird sensation. I don't know. I wonder, like I was thinking about it the other day. I wonder if that's like your body's way, or like your soul, not your body, but your soul's way of like kind of starting to, I don't say prep for departure from this place, but like you start focusing on other things, like your soul and your relationship to God and or whatever your higher power is, whatever. Just being more chill and relaxed and not being so emotional about everything and so uptight and you know, oh, I care about this so much, and I hear somebody growling over there. You know, like where people are like, I'm gonna die on that hill because that's, you know, I take that stance, and it's just like, and I'm like, no, okay, you want to care about that much? You want to love that much? You want to die on the hill? Okay, can I just not care about it that much? You know, I'm old. I'm thinking about other things, like doing my diamond painting, being creative in my final golden years. Maybe they're silver. In my last years of this last phase of my life is just being creative, being peaceful, you know, enjoying the things that I enjoy. You know, dissing on some things, because like the Wheel of Time show and Rings of Power show, I will diss on. Dissing on some things. You know, dealing with my family. Oh, I found another one. I mean, not that I really, like, you know, have much contact with my family. My daughter's still in England. I think my younger brother, the one that's still alive, the one in his 40s, not the one that's a couple years younger than me, he wrote to me. He's like, he's moving to Australia. I don't know. He's the schizophrenic. I have no idea what he's talking about. So really, I just keep in contact with my older brother, not the younger one, or my sister. You know, my husband and our dogs and my home and my little crafts, and those are sufficient unto the day. Before I wanted more, before I felt like I needed more, you know, a super nice house, a bigger house, you know, fancier car, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Not that I was super into those, but now I'm just like, this is fine, and I don't need more than this. I'm happy. So that's a good thing. I'm going to put these here. I'm going to end on that note. Nothing like ending on a note that says that you're happy. Ooh. It's better than ending on the note like, I'm miserable. I'm a miserable, bitter old lady. Yeah, nah. I just don't have the energy, nor the, I just don't care. It's just like, I just don't care. Maybe it's like a form of non-attachment, like becoming a Buddhist. I see a dog moving over there. I saw Rosie, the little brown chihuahua, get up and move around. So I think the big girls probably need to go do their little business outside, and I should check on the weather. I think it's supposed to be windy too, so I don't know. We'll see how it is, but thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate it. I really, really do. That is something that I do care about. Oh, God, I'm a trip. Okay, so I'm going to try and do maybe like a gaming stream for my gaming channel, Gaming with Cail. I haven't done that in a while. And hold on, Rosie. And maybe try and do a cross stitch one, maybe like Sunday. So we'll see how that goes. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. If anybody wants to be amused by a boomer doing diamond painting, I'm talking about life and its trials and tribulations and joys and good times. So I will see you next time. Enjoy the weekend if I don't see you till then.